7 scientific signs that reveal how long you'll live after 70. Why your walking speed after 60 may reveal more than you think. As we move into our 60s and beyond, it's easy to overlook the simple things, like how quickly we walk from the front door to the mailbox or through the grocery store. But did you know that your walking speed might actually say a lot about your health and even your future longevity? According to medical research, walking speed is one of the most accurate predictors of how long you may live, especially after age 70. People who can still walk at a brisk, steady pace, even just for a few blocks, tend to live longer, stay more independent, and experience fewer health problems compared to those who slow down significantly. Why is this so important? Because walking involves many systems in the body working together. Your heart needs to pump efficiently, your lungs must supply enough oxygen, your muscles and joints need strength and flexibility, and your balance has to keep you steady. If any one of these systems begins to weaken, your walking speed usually slows down, often before other symptoms appear. Think of walking speed as a quiet early warning system. If you've recently found yourself moving slower than you used to, needing to stop more often, or feeling less stable on your feet, don't ignore it. It could be your body telling you to strengthen your muscles or check in with your doctor. The good news is that walking speed can be improved at any age. Simple activities like taking a short daily walk, doing light leg exercises, or climbing stairs a few times a day can rebuild strength and confidence. Even 5 extra minutes of movement each day adds up over time. So the next time you go out for a walk, pay attention to how you feel. Are you walking with ease, or do you feel like your pace has slowed? This one small habit, walking, may seem ordinary, but it's one of the clearest signs of how well you're aging. And by staying active now, you're not just adding steps to your day, you're adding years to your life. Your grip strength after 60 could reveal more than you think. Have you ever struggled to open a jar, carry a grocery bag, or hold on to something for a long time? If so, it might be more than just getting older. It could be your body's quiet way of telling you that your overall strength is starting to decline, especially in one key area, your grip. Grip strength, simply the ability to hold or squeeze something firmly, may not sound like a big deal, but research shows it's one of the most reliable indicators of how well you're aging. In fact, doctors now use grip strength as a tool to predict everything from muscle health and mobility to the risk of falls, cognitive decline, and even overall longevity. Why does grip strength matter so much? Because it reflects the condition of your muscles, joints, circulation, and nervous system. A weakening grip doesn't just mean weaker hands. It often signals a general decline in your physical condition. And for people over 60, this can affect everyday tasks like opening doors, carrying laundry, or even holding a cup of coffee without spilling. But here's the good news. You can improve your grip strength at any age. In fact, it's never too late to start. Small, consistent exercises, like squeezing a tennis ball for a few minutes each day, using light hand weights, or simply carrying your groceries instead of using a cart, can make a big difference. What's more, maintaining strong hands helps protect your independence. The stronger your grip, the more likely you are to avoid falls, move with confidence, and continue doing the things you love without needing help. Consider this. Studies have found that older adults with strong grip strength are more likely to recover quickly from illness, avoid hospital stays, and live longer, healthier lives. It's not just about muscle, it's about your overall vitality. So, here's a simple test you can try today. Hold a small object tightly in your hand, like a rolled towel or a soft ball, and squeeze firmly for 10 seconds. Does it feel easy or tiring? If your hands feel weaker than they used to, don't ignore it. Your body may be asking you to pay attention and take action. Remember, aging well isn't just about big workouts or drastic changes. Sometimes it starts in the smallest places, like the strength of your own hands. And by building that strength, one squeeze at a time, you're building a stronger, steadier, and more independent future. Balance after 60, the silent indicator of how well you're aging. As we grow older, we tend to notice the obvious signs of aging. Gray hair, slower movements, perhaps some joint stiffness. But there's one powerful sign that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. Your ability to stay balanced. Being able to stand on one foot for 10 seconds may not seem like much, but according to medical research, this simple skill is one of the strongest predictors of long-term health and independence after the age of 60. Why? Because balance is not just about standing upright. It's a combination of strength, coordination, reflexes, and brain function working together. When any one of those areas begins to decline, your balance is often the first thing to be affected. Poor balance isn't just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury, hospitalization, and loss of independence among older adults. A stumble in the kitchen or a missed step on the sidewalk could have life-altering consequences. But the good news is this: balance can be improved no matter your age. Take a moment to assess your own balance. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds without holding on to anything? Do you feel stable when turning quickly, reaching for something, or walking in low light? If not, your body may be warning you to act now, before a fall forces the issue. You don't need special equipment to start improving your balance. Simple daily movements like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe down a hallway, or shifting your weight slowly from side to side can retrain your body to stabilize itself more efficiently. Practices like Tai Chi, gentle yoga, or even slow dancing can also do wonders for improving both your physical and mental balance. The key is consistency. A few minutes a day of balance training can help strengthen the small stabilizing muscles in your legs and feet, improve reaction time, and boost confidence in every step you take. So, don't wait until you've had a near fall or a trip to the emergency room to realize how important balance is. By working on it now, you're not just preventing accidents, you're actively extending your independence and enhancing your quality of life. Balance may be silent, but its message is loud. If you can stay steady, you can stay strong, and keep living life on your terms. Sleep after 70, the nighttime habit that predicts how well you'll live. Sleep often becomes more complicated as we age, but what many don't realize is how powerfully it reflects your overall health. After 70, your sleeping patterns aren't just about getting rest. They're a window into how well your body and brain are aging. Good restorative sleep allows your body to repair itself. It strengthens your immune system, supports heart health, balances hormones, and clears waste from the brain, a function crucial in preventing cognitive decline. On the other hand, frequent waking, restless nights, or waking up tired can be early indicators of more serious health issues, such as cardiovascular stress, sleep apnea, or even early dementia. Take the story of Marjorie, a 74-year-old retired librarian from Ohio. For most of her life, she slept soundly. But after turning 70, she began waking up at 3 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. At first, she brushed it off, but the fatigue began to affect her memory, mood, and even her appetite. When she finally mentioned it to her doctor, a sleep study revealed she had undiagnosed sleep apnea, a condition common in older adults that often goes unnoticed. After receiving treatment and building a healthy evening routine, Marjorie's energy came back, and so did her mental clarity. She now says getting proper sleep has given her a second life. Many seniors assume poor sleep is just a normal part of aging, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, if you're still sleeping deeply, waking up refreshed, and staying mentally alert throughout the day, that's a strong sign your body is aging well. On the other hand, chronic sleep issues shouldn't be ignored. They can accelerate aging faster than you think. Improving your sleep doesn't require a complete life overhaul. Try setting a consistent bedtime, avoiding screens an hour before bed, keeping your room cool and dark, and cutting back on caffeine after 2 p.m. Gentle activities like reading, stretching, or listening to calming music can signal your body that it's time to wind down. And most importantly, listen to your sleep. It might be the quietest, yet most accurate indicator of your long-term vitality. If you're sleeping well, your body is doing its job. If not, it's time to take that seriously. Because at the end of the day, how well you sleep tonight could shape how well you live tomorrow. Appetite. After 70, why it matters more than you think. As we age, changes in appetite may seem subtle, a skipped meal here, a smaller portion there. But after 70, these shifts can signal more than just changing tastes. In fact, your eating habits are a direct reflection of your overall health, and a steady, balanced appetite could mean you're on track for a longer, healthier life. A healthy appetite ensures your body gets the nutrients it needs to maintain muscle, energy, immunity, and brain function. Unfortunately, many older adults begin to lose interest in food, either from changes in taste, dental issues, medications, or even loneliness. While this might feel harmless at first, consistent undereating can lead to unintended weight loss, muscle breakdown, and increased risk of falls and illness. Take the story of Ronald, a 76-year-old Navy veteran from Arizona. After his wife passed away, Ronald began eating less. He often skipped breakfast and relied on frozen dinners. Over time, he began feeling weak and dizzy, and one day, he fell while getting out of bed. At the hospital, doctors discovered he had lost nearly 15 pounds over 6 months. What looked like grief and just getting older was actually nutritional decline. With the help of a nutritionist and a local senior center that provided communal meals, Ronald regained his appetite and his strength. A shrinking appetite isn't just a sign of aging, it can be a red flag. According to geriatric experts, unintended weight loss in older adults is associated with higher mortality, slower recovery from illness, and a decline in physical independence. But the good news is, this can be turned around. Try making meals more enjoyable by eating with others, adding herbs and spices to enhance flavor, and focusing on nutrient-rich foods like lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats. Even small snacks between meals, a boiled egg, a handful of nuts, a fruit smoothie, can make a difference. If you've noticed a drop in your interest in food, or that you're losing weight without trying, talk to your doctor. Sometimes it's an easy fix, and the earlier it's addressed, the better your outcomes will be. Because after 70, eating well isn't just about feeling full, it's about fueling the years ahead. Your appetite is more than hunger. It's a sign your body is ready to keep living, thriving, and enjoying life, one meal at a time. Stress after 70. Why managing it could add years to your life. Stress is often seen as a young person's problem. Deadlines, raising kids, juggling careers. But in truth, stress doesn't retire. After 70, it simply changes form. It may come from loneliness, financial concerns, health issues, or the loss of loved ones. And the way you manage that stress can have a profound impact on your health, your longevity, and your day-to-day peace of mind. Chronic stress weakens your immune system, increases inflammation in the body, raises blood pressure, and is linked to heart disease and cognitive decline. It accelerates aging from the inside out. But here's the encouraging truth. Your ability to respond to stress, calmly, deliberately, and with emotional resilience, can help reverse its negative effects and protect your health well into your later years. Let's consider Marilyn, a 74-year-old retired school librarian from Oregon. After her husband passed away and her daughter moved across the country, she began feeling overwhelmed and anxious. She started losing sleep and had trouble focusing. At first, she tried to tough it out, but then a friend introduced her to a mindfulness group at a local senior center. Through breathing exercises, journaling, and gentle movement, Marilyn found new ways to process grief, reduce anxiety, and reclaim joy. Her blood pressure improved, so did her sleep, mood, and energy. Marilyn's story is not unique. Studies have shown that older adults who practice daily stress management techniques, such as meditation, prayer, light exercise, or even laughter therapy, tend to live longer, experience fewer health problems, and maintain sharper thinking. Managing stress doesn't mean pretending everything's fine. It means learning to breathe through difficult moments, letting go of what you can't control, and finding small habits that help you reset emotionally. For some, that may be gardening. For others, it's walking with a friend, attending church, or simply sitting with a cup of tea and a good book. If you find yourself feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally drained, it's not a weakness, it's a signal. Your body is asking for care, and the good news is, it's never too late to develop new tools for peace. Because after 70, stress isn't something to ignore, it's something to master, and in doing so, you may just unlock more years of health, clarity, and deep inner calm. The power of connection. Why relationships matter more than ever after 70. As we get older, it's easy to assume that our most important relationships are behind us, that friendships fade, families get busy, and connection becomes something we learn to live without. But the truth is, after 70, strong social ties aren't just a nice bonus, they're essential. In fact, your relationships could be one of the most powerful predictors of how long, and how well, you live. Numerous studies have found that older adults with meaningful social connections tend to live longer, experience fewer health problems, and maintain sharper mental function than those who feel isolated. Loneliness, on the other hand, can be as damaging to your health as smoking or obesity. It increases the risk of depression, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Let's take Doris, 76, from Michigan. After her husband passed and her children moved away, she began spending more time alone. Her days felt quieter, her appetite dropped, and her energy faded. But everything changed when she joined a local quilting group at her community center. It wasn't just about fabric and patterns. It was about laughter, stories, and feeling seen. Within weeks, she felt like herself again. Not just surviving, but truly living. You don't need a crowd to feel connected. Even one or two close relationships can make a world of difference. It could be an old friend, a neighbor, a church group, or a walking buddy. The key is consistency, creating opportunities to connect, to share, to listen, and to be heard. If you've been feeling alone lately, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a human need calling out for attention, and it's never too late to reach out. Join a class, attend a community event, volunteer, or simply pick up the phone and call someone you miss. Often others are waiting for connection too. They just need someone to go first. Because after 70, relationships are more than memories. They're medicine. They uplift your spirit, protect your mind, and strengthen your body. Don't wait for connection to come to you. Go out and build it. You still have so much to give, and the world still needs your voice, your presence, and your heart. It's not too late. How you can take charge of your health and longevity after 70. Reaching your 70s is a milestone, one that comes with both wisdom and change. Maybe you've noticed your walking pace slowing down, your grip not as firm, or your balance not quite as steady as it once was. Maybe your sleep isn't as restful, your appetite has shifted, or stress feels harder to shake. These signs can feel discouraging, but here's the truth: they are not fixed. They are signals, and the good news is, you can do something about them. In fact, almost every one of the 7 signs we've talked about, from walking speed to grip strength, from emotional stress to social connection, can be improved, no matter your age. Research shows that with small, consistent actions, older adults can reverse muscle loss, regain balance, sharpen memory, and even restore a better quality of sleep. It's not magic, it's about being intentional. Take Frank, 72, from Oregon. 2 years ago, he noticed he could no longer carry groceries without effort. He also felt more anxious and lonely after moving to a new town. Instead of giving in to the decline, Frank began walking 15 minutes each morning, joined a local veterans group, and started doing simple strength exercises at home. Today, he not only feels stronger, he is stronger. His doctor even reduced one of his medications after seeing his improvements. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just start small. Add 5 minutes of leg strength exercises to your daily routine. Practice standing on one foot while brushing your teeth. Turn off screens an hour before bed to sleep better. Call one friend this week and plan a coffee chat. Eat one more serving of protein or fresh vegetables each day. These might seem like minor changes, but over time, they build a foundation for a longer, healthier, more fulfilling life. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean refinement. It's a time to care for your body like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. The message is simple. No matter where you are right now, you are not stuck. Your body and mind are still capable of growing, healing, and improving. The future is not written in stone. It's shaped by the choices you make today. So, don't give up. Step forward, even if slowly. You have more time than you think, and even more strength than you know.